This is a Goodwill shopping trip that I made a couple days ago. And when you first walk into the store, it's to your left. There's a lot of artwork, there's some framed pieces, there's prints, there's originals, all different types of art. They have more in the back as well, but this is more, I think, of their featured pieces that they, like to put up front so people can see them. I thought these were kind of cool. They're photographs of a runway and an airplane. They have nice frames on them and really just pretty good size. I really liked those, but I don't have any need for those. And then around the corner, we have some chickens. And when I was at this Goodwill at this particular day, there was a lot of things that weren't priced. So that was kind of frustrating, but I get it. They get so much stuff in that, they can't keep up with it sometimes. They had a couple Valentine's Day decor. This was a bowl, but it wasn't like real wood. It was kind of a weird material, so I passed on that. That little wooden vase was kind of cool, I thought. I just didn't need it and didn't really want to upcycle it. But yeah, there's a lot of birds. This is more of like the holiday and spring items that they have to the right of the up front when you walk in. And it was really busy this day. They were fully stocking. I think there was 3 or 4 people putting stuff out. So it was kind of exciting to see the new stuff that nobody had picked through. Some more chickens, a couple different prints. They had a lot of servingware up in this area. And then this is the end of that framed area. I thought this basket was pretty with the lavender in it, but it was $7.49, so no thank you. There's some lamps in that area too, but then there's a whole section of lamps. I thought this little bunny was cute, but I didn't really know what I would put in the front of it, so I left it. This one I thought was so sweet. It's a handmade piece, but I don't know, it was just too bright, and then I thought, well, if I painted it, it would kind of lose some of that character of the different colors, so I left him there, but he was adorable. A lot of bunnies. Lots of bunnies. They actually had quite a few. I was pretty surprised. And then they had some birds. I think this one might be the one that starts the non-priced stuff. There's another chicken. I thought this bird, kind of a cast iron piece, was really adorable, but once again, not priced. This little guy was cute, but for $3.49, I thought it was kind of high for, he was resin, so I just didn't pick him up. I loved this greenery pot for $2.49. I thought that was really pretty. It was really full and had like variegated leaves, so I really liked that. These little houses were cute. A little too shiny for me. I know you can spray matte sealer over something that's too shiny, but I just didn't want to get into all that. These are just more serving pieces, some candles, a couple vases. More for upcycling, I think, than just buying and keeping the way it is. This pot was really cool. I have some of their other pots that I've gotten at this Goodwill, but I left this one here. This was a huge brass candlestick for $2.49. Let's see what we're at. Oh, baskets. Love these. So you'll see I find a couple. I'm looking for some for plants to put my pots in. So you'll see I pick up a couple of these just to, plop my pots down in. That was a really beautiful basket. I really liked that one too. Just a lot of variety on this day. I thought these were kind of cool. Paper plate wicker holders, and they're bright orange. I don't know what I would do with them, but it would be really pretty, like in a summer, patio party or something. There's another basket that I loved. I loved the side of it. It had a pedestal bottom, and I didn't think $4.99 was too bad for that, and I can pop a planter in there. I thought this was really kind of different. It was I don't know what you like a plastic, I guess, And it was woven and, had a lot of fun detail. But if I remember, it was pretty expensive. $2.49, that's not bad for that kind of a basket. You take them home, hose it off in your shower, and you've got a little tray. I always hose off all my baskets that I buy because just blowing them off with like an air compressor or something like that, I just don't ever feel like they're clean enough for me. So I always spray them with Mrs. Meyer's, whatever scent I have, and then I just let them sit for a little bit, and then I hose them off on the power setting of my shower massager thing that hangs up, and it blasts all the dirt and nasties out. So yeah, I just feel better having stuff in my house like that, or selling stuff that it's been cleaned, and I just feel better about it. I liked this basket that I just showed, but it was too orange for me, and I just didn't really feel like painting it. I thought would kind of take away the character of it, so I left it. But it was kind of a cool shape. I like that. And then this gigantic one, which I just simply fell in love with. I thought that was really pretty, and it was so cheap. $4.49 for that gigantic basket. I thought that was cool. They had a lot of baskets this day. Sometimes they don't have many, and sometimes they have a ton. This was kind of cool too. I like the little tag on it. But I have a bunch of picnic baskets like this that I have stacked, and I just didn't need another one. And I thought for resale, Now we're to the candle holders. They had a lot of candle holders this day. I thought this one was really pretty. I almost bought it. It had a plug in the bottom so you could have drainage if you wanted. But I just don't have anything purple in my house, so I thought, well, it probably won't match. Lot more candles. And then I found these pots. These are, that, I don't know what it is. It's like those peat moss pots. And then these were little plastic ones that you could use for seedlings and germinating, and they had the tops on them, so kind of gives them that terrarium effect to grow better. But yeah, those were kind of random and with the candles, and I thought that was kind of cool. This little pot was super cute. I loved the coloring on it, and it wasn't a bad price for being pottery, but it was just so small. I wasn't sure what I could even plant in that would survive. It was so tiny. Pretty good Yankee Candle price for $9.99, but it was rose, and I don't like that smell. So I actually smelled it. I always do that. Even though I know I'm not going to like it, I have to sniff it. It's just the way I am. And yes, I still don't like it. This is kind of more of the fancier candle holders that you could use for making risers. This one was kind of cool for $3.49, but I just didn't really need it. And then I found some false graft heritage pattern. Oh no, these are ironstone. I thought these were the false graft ones. Yeah, these are ironstone with the little beaded trim. $1.99 a plate, which was a steal. They had a lot of ironstone here today. Some random plates. Here's an ironstone, kind of a serving platter. I thought that was really pretty. You can't tell, but it's much bigger than a dinner plate. Now we're to the mugs. They had a lot of monogram mugs this day for $1.99. The color of the day was blue, so I thought this mug was beautiful. I don't know who this designer is, but I just thought that was just really pretty. Some vintage Mikasa. I thought that was kind of a neat pattern. This grandpa mug was so cute. Some mugs from our area. They just had a ton of mugs. I couldn't get over it. Usually they don't have this many. But man, they had a lot. I loved this one. It kind of had a, I don't know, hammered effect to it, and it had some opalescent kind of shiny paint on it, and I really liked that. And it was new, it had the tags on. Now we're to the glassware. They had a lot of champagne flutes and some water glasses. Lots of different, if you needed glassware, this is the place to be. More dishes, some Ray Dunn. Sometimes they sell the dishes individually, and sometimes they sell them as sets. So you got to kind of watch when you pick up a plate. You know, it might seem expensive, but then it says, you know, ×4 or ×6. I know Savers does that a lot as well, and some Goodwills do that. I thought these were pretty, just the color. Is this my false craft? I can't remember. Oh no, more ironstone. Yeah, these were pretty. Some Chicago plates. Some bright colored, like fall pattern dishes. I thought those were kind of cool. This was sweet. I really liked this bowl. Thought it'd be good for like some kind of pumpkin pasta, or pasta with a pumpkin sauce, or butternut squash soup, or there's a whole bunch of things I could think of to put in that, but I left it. I don't need any more serving pieces. Now we're to the pots and pans. This is a copper pot or pan. I think it had like a brass handle. Here's a blue and blue enamelware pot with a lid for $5.49. That's a pretty good deal right there. There's another white enamel pan. Oh yeah, here's up closer. It's got copper with a brass handle in great shape. Some more big pots. They don't have lids though, so I wouldn't be interested if you can't cover something. It's kind of useless to buy. It's a Pyrex pie plate. I thought $4.49 was pretty expensive for a pie plate. Not sure what this was. It could be like those individual lasagnas where you put the noodles down those, you know, areas and put different sauces, so you could make a bunch of different types of lasagna in one pan. I thought this pot was really cute. $5.99. That's vintage for sure. Lots of glassware. I thought these cake domes were kind of cool, but $6.49 and $9.99. I thought that was ridiculous. This blue bowl was really pretty. Again, $7.49. It's just, this store is normally not this expensive, but for whatever reason, they were priced quite a bit higher. I don't know if I've ever seen anything there for $9.99, even a lamp or anything. So I don't know what was going on. I thought that was cute, but it was missing the wire handle that is attached to it. Some serving bowls, some little bowls, you know, that you can put. I thought this was really cute. I cut myself off. How funny is that? Mixing bowls, glass mixing bowls. Looks like they were somewhat nesting. I'm not sure that top little one went with it, but you could make it go with it. Little lemon dish. I thought this was cute. Very vintage. I love the color on that. This teapot is amazing. It's handmade. That's a greenware. I thought this little creamer was super cute. Little black one. This was another hand-painted kind of fun teapot, but for $7.49, I left it. If you want puzzles, this is the place to go. Tons of them. There's games mixed in there as well. Now we're kind of to the office supply area. They had these 2 packages of gel pens, which are identical. I was trying to figure out if they were different, but they weren't. But for $5.49, I don't really need them. In my planner, I sometimes use different colors, but not this many. So I left them. I thought they were kind of cool, though. And then when I saw that they had glitter in them, I was like, oh no. There's a sewing sidewinder, an old gigantic calculator. This was kind of fun. It was a huge bag of stamps down there, but it was $14.99 or something like that. These are two growth charts. Yeah, $14.99. I mean, you got a lot, but just didn't need that many. Now we're kind of to the mops, weed whackers kind of thing, metal, and then we're back to pictures, like I had mentioned in the beginning when you first walk in. There's a ton of them, and then there's some in back that I think, are like less desirable. They put the better ones up front. But they always have a lot of choices here. Some canvases, there was two that kind of matched and went together. This is a pretty black and white picture. Some wine decor, almost like a Tuscan style. Vintage poster that was framed in a pretty cool frame. Some tropical canvases. Yeah, see, $10.49. I've never seen anything that high there. Some linens. They don't have a great linen section in this store. Just every now and then you can find something. I did find some blankets that I use at my house. I think I bought 4 of them the same day, but they were like $2.99 or something, and they were Toy Story, Mickey Mouse, I think Sonic the Hedgehog. There was a bunch of them, and I bought them all. Like one family must have donated them all because they were right in a row and same price. I like this color of this blanket, but it just didn't have any weight to it. It was just really thin. So these are the things I bought. I bought these 2 little bunnies, this tray to flip. These are to hold socks and underwear in your drawers. I've bought these at the store, brand new, and on Amazon, and they're not cheap, so I was very happy to find 2 more of those. I bought those little pots for seed starters. I did buy this copper pan, flowers for my office. I did buy that greenery, a couple baskets to put pots in. And I found this amazing copper tin, and I did buy that big basket.